Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Bruce from Radical X Games, and I'm bringing you a new concept I'm bringing to my channel. Now, I can't do Challenger X videos every week. I gotta run out of people eventually, and I'm gonna run out of games eventually as well. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna do 3 Challenger X videos before I do one of these videos. And what this video is a top 5 countdown with yours truly, Bruce of Radical X Games. I'm also going to be doing a review on a game that I've already played, and I think this week it's WWE 2K15, which you may not know this, but I am actually a wrestling fan. Who'd have thought? Also, like I said, new concept, and I hope you guys enjoy. So here's my first countdown. It's the top 5 top 5 horror games that I'm most excited to play for you, the radicals around the world. Number 5, H1Z1 for the PC. So H1Z1 is a zombie game, a free world zombie game that actually brings a brand new kind of concept to it, which I'm loving the idea behind it. Open world online RPG zombie world where there's really no objective. It looks like you're just sent out there to survive, and really that's what the zombie apocalypse is. It's not, oh, we've got to get to the chopper. No, it's survive so you can see tomorrow by any means necessary. And a lot of zombie games aren't like that if you really think about it. I mean, look at Dead Island. Dead Island was a game where you had to do everything by the book. You had to be right on top of everything. You had to do this mission. You had to go here for this mission. You had to make this so you could get to here. And it was kind of unrealistic. I mean, what are the odds that some guy on a prison island is just like, "Oh, I'm going to help these survivors out and hopefully, I don't know, save them. I don't know. There's a chopper there. I'm not even 100% sure what the hell happened in Dead Island, but oh well." But like I said, it takes a very unique idea of survive for tomorrow, and I love the idea, and I think I'm excited to play it. I love zombie games, and just I just love the idea. I love the idea of an online RPG zombie type game where the sky's the limit. That's awesome. And that's why you will find H1Z1 for the PC off of Steam on number 5 on my countdown. Number 4, Lex Mortis for the PC. Okay, so once again, another PC game, and once again, another open world horror game, which I'm loving the idea that games are becoming more open world, that you can expand your horizons, you can venture off and do unimaginable, horrific things like kill a zombie. That's a reference to the last number. Okay. But yeah, Lex Mortis, I don't know much about. I've seen screenshots, and the screenshots look fantastic. And it's supposed to be just straight up horror game. It seems like it will have some good jump scares on it, so you'll see me like freak out and cry a little, and probably stop playing because I'm so scared and frustrated, like Five Nights at Freddy's. Uh, but still, it looks like it's gonna be a great game. All I know about it is that in the daytime you have a beautiful island, and at night the enemies reveal themselves, and your nightmares become reality. Which I'm hoping it's not a spider, because spiders are truly my nightmare, and I would cry and probably stop playing because there's spiders freaking everywhere. You know, I don't know. I've made exceptions to it before playing Resident Evil, so who knows? We'll see in the near future whether or not I need therapy or I need therapy. So with that said, Lex Mortis, like I said, I don't know much about it, which makes it even more interesting to me. Like, I've seen the trailer. It doesn't really show the enemy, so I don't really know what to make of the enemy. I don't know what to call what kind of horror this is. It's just some sort of unimaginable fear. And going into the unknown really brings a lot out of a gamer. Like with Astray, I didn't know what I was going to be expecting out of it, and it seems like it's going to be a really good gameplay. I think you guys will enjoy it. So keep up with my daily videos as well. I think you'll enjoy the Astray series. And so, like I said, number 4, Lex Mortis. Number 3, The Evil Within, PS3. Okay, The Evil Within. Now, this game caught my attention the very second I saw the commercial. People were freaking out. People just playing their game, all of a sudden they're jumping. And it caught my attention because you don't see a commercial like that, one. And two, a lot of the images that they threw in from the game seemed really creepy, and I like creepy in a game. Atmosphere is probably one of the best way to get to a gamer's psyche. If you can make him very paranoid that something's going to happen, and then you have something happen, they will freak out. It's kind of like I said in what game was that? Passing Pine View Forest. If the atmosphere is good enough, you are set. If you show an enemy coming out, you're even more set and freaked out more. By the way, recently played Passing Pine View Forest again, and there is a monster. I was unaware of this because I just passed right through it, actually. So, I don't know what's up with that. But back to Evil Within. Now, this game was made by the original makers of Resident Evil, if I'm getting my facts straight here. And from the looks of it, they brought this game to what Resident Evil originally was. A survival horror game. But they added a little something to it, which I like, and they added a little psychological factor to it as well, which I think that's fantastic, and I can't wait to play this game. I've followed it on Facebook. I went and watched commercials for it. I've seen a little bit of gameplay even. The graphics look phenomenal, and I cannot wait to play this game. It looks so good. So like I said, I followed it on Facebook, and the monsters look horrific, and I can't wait to fight those and run away from those as well, I'm assuming. And it just looks like an all-around great package of a horror game. So, number 3, The Evil Within. Number 2, Resident Evil Revelations, the PS3. Okay, Resident Evil Revelations. This is on here because, well, this is surprisingly on here to me. Like, I have a lot of respect for the Resident Evil franchise, for being around and really cultivating the survival horror genre. Now, I know there are games that did it before, but this one really brought gamers' attention to survival horror. And I'm one of the gamers that it brought it to. Let's forget that happened. I'm one of the gamers that played Resident Evil and got hooked. I played Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, hell, even 3. I played all the Resident Evils. Let's just put it that way. I played all of them, and the last 3 just pissed me off. And I'm pretty sure you know which one I'm talking about, but just in case you're not sure, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, and that Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Shit shouldn't have happened. I'm talking about the last one I just mentioned. That one really shouldn't have happened. But I digress. I'm talking about Resident Evil Revelations. Resident Evil Revelations. It looks like it's bringing back the old Resident Evil, which is what we all need right now. Limited ammo. It looks like it might have the limited saves. I'm not sure. But I would like it to, because that makes the game more difficult. If you have a difficult game, it's more rewarding when you beat it. Like Silent Hill 2 right now. Extremely difficult, and I'm struggling on puzzles. But the second I beat that game, I'm celebrating for a week. Now, Revelations, it has monsters that look like they're pretty scary and a little more realistic to a chemical warfare, to chemical warfare exploitations, and it looks like it's a pretty well polished game. It's close quarters combat like it was in the mansion. Instead of being on a mansion, it's on a ship, which I think that adds a little more creep factor. That's pretty cool. And that's something like the past couple of Resident Evils didn't have. It didn't have like a creep factor to the atmosphere. There was no real atmosphere to them. Resident Evil 6, the scariest part was walking through the graveyard, and that got boring after a while. It's I don't know what it is. It's just my appetite for Resident Evil games hasn't been the same since 4. Resident Evil 4 was fantastic, and I hope that this game kind of brings back the old Resident Evil feel. So, I've got some I got kind of some pessimistic thoughts and some optimistic ideas about it. But it's still number 2 on my list because I am a pretty big Resident Evil fan. So, with that being said, number 2, Resident Evil Revelations. Number 1, F.E.A.R. PlayStation 3. It was once said that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. So, why not jump into a game called F.E.A.R.? Makes sense, right? So, F.E.A.R. I know very little about. I know the only thing I really know about it is that Cryotic played it, and it looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's a remaster, or it's a redone game. Like they took it and made it more graphic appealing to modern standards, and it looks pretty good. It's got a good feel to it. It looks like it's gonna be kind of shoot 'em up, but it also looks like it's got a lot of paranormal stuff to it, and I'm a sucker for the paranormal. You throw ghosts and shit in front of me, I am happy as can be. Like, I watched all the Paranormal Activity movies and liked them. So there you go. That's how much I like that stuff. But once again, F.E.A.R. brings a psychological kind of thing to you, I guess. It really throws you off your game, and it's got a lot of surprises. It's got jump scares without... It's more physical jump scares, or visual jump scares, I should say, than actual audio jump scares. It will scare you just by what you see, not what you hear. And that's a very interesting idea to me. Usually when you think of a horror game and jump scares, it's something you hear loud and clear right in your headset, making you freak out for the next couple of hours. But this seems like it's something more visual. You see it and you're afraid to turn the corner. Also, it looks like it's got something to do with soldiers being possessed, some cannibalistic dude I don't understand 100%. But also, this game's found under zombie, so maybe he's a zombie or something. I don't 100% know. But F.E.A.R. is number 1 on my list, and I've already declared I want to play all 3 of them. I don't care if the first one sucks. I want to play all 3 of them, just to see what the evolution of it was like. And that's all I can really say about it. It looks good. It sounds great. So maybe I'm wrong and this game is going to be awful. Maybe this game's going to be fantastic. Who knows? Only time will tell. And every single game that's on this list, I will play. I will play each and every one of them right to the very end. Some of them may take quicker than others. H1Z1, I'm telling you already, I'm playing that for 5 days because there's no ending, I'm pretty sure. So, Lex Mortis, I don't know if there's an ending, so time will tell. However, the other 3, I'm pretty sure there's an ending. They were made for PS3, so there's an ending. So, with that being said, that was my top 5 games horror games, did it again. Top 5 horror games that I'm excited to play for you guys, the Radicals. And if maybe you disagree with my list, maybe you think all these games suck and they should be burned at the freaking next, I don't know, whatever people that don't like video games go to. Game burnings? I don't know. Like book burnings, except for video games, I have really no clue. But yeah, if you think all these games suck and should be burnt to the fiery ashes of hell, then tell me in the comments. Tell me what games you would like me to play as well. What games you think should have made it on this list. But I digress. Kind of. I think I forgot what I was going to say, so I said that instead. So, without further ado, check out my other video that's going to be uploaded today as well. It's either going to be uploaded or it's already uploaded. My review, which is called The Rad and the Bad of WWE 2K15. It doesn't matter if you're a wrestling fan. It doesn't matter if you're not a gaming fan, which is kind of weird if you're on my channel looking this up. There we go. I'm in frame now. But it's kind of weird if you... Yeah, whatever. So, I'll see you in that video. Or maybe you watched that video before this one. It's like... Oh. This is going to make my head hurt. Vidception. No more. So either way, I will see you in the next video. And until then, stay radical, my radicals. See extra long. See ya.